Hello students, this is Katie here. Today we are going to do in this video about phrasal verbs. About phrasal verbs, we are going to learn in this video about phrasal verbs. Now the thing is, what are phrasal verbs? What does phrasal verbs mean? Phrasal verb is a group of verbs followed by another words or parts of speech in English like preposition or adverb to make a meaning which is totally different from the main verb. Okay, so I'm writing the definition, please follow up. A phrasal verb is a group of words which is made up of a verb and a preposition or adverb. That's mean here the definition you can see. So what is a phrasal verb? A phrasal verb is a group of words which is made up of a verb and a preposition or adverb, which is different from the main meaning of the verb. Okay, so according to this definition, a phrasal verb is a group of words which is made up of a verb and a preposition or adverb which is different from the main meaning of the verb. That's mean when with the main verb, when we attach either preposition or adverb, so new phrase come up with the main meanings. For example, get up. Get up mean, yes, you have to start for something. Get up. Stand up mean get up. This is also a phrase. Now another example. Put on or get into or wake up. Turn down, etc. So these are examples of phrasal verb. Get up means stand up. Put on mean wear something or start something. Get into mean insert somewhere, go inside somewhere. Wake up mean you wake up from sleep. Turn down mean turn down from your words, mean doing different, not doing that what you have said. It's mean breaking your promise, mean turn down. So you have seen What are phrasal verbs? I have given you the example. I have given you a definition of phrasal verb. A phrasal verb is a group of words which is made up of a verb and a preposition or adverb which is different from the main meanings of the verb. Example: get up, put on, get into, wake up, turn down, etc. Now I am going to give you this word in a sentence so that you can understand properly. I am going to apply this word, this phrasal verb in a sentence. You watch it. So I am going to give you an application of sentence. How to utilize this word in a sentence, the phrasal verb. Please see into it. Now, get up. Now let's use the phrase get up. Get up means wake up from the sleep. Rahul got up fast and got ready for school. So this was the first example where I have utilized got up. Now you might be thinking, okay, how get up has turned into got up? The phrasal verb, because it is a phrasal verb, the verb can change its form. That is why get up can be changed to got up. Okay. Now I am giving another example. Pick up. Pick up means to take up. If I say Reshmi picked up the stick and ran fast. So here the phrase pick up has been utilized. That means Reshmi picked up the stick. That means she have taken up. She have taken up the stick and he ran and she ran fast. Now another example I am giving you is speak up. Speak up means to say loudly something. Sometimes what happens, you got less mark and your teacher or principal is asking you the question, and what you are doing, you are not talking, you are keeping your head down, and they are going on asking you why you got the less mark. So at that time you have to speak up, and when you say very timidly, very softly. So to say loudly something is called speak up. So the sentence will be, you have to speak up loudly. That means you have to talk loudly to put your idea in front of others. That means you have to speak up loudly to put your idea in front of others. That means speak up means open up your mouth and say something to put your idea in front of others. So these are the uses of phrasal verbs. How to use get up in sentence, how to use pick up in a sentence, and how to use speak up. These are phrasal verbs. And not only this, like this, there are many phrasal verbs in English which you have to learn. For example, I am giving you a short video now. Watch it. You will come to know what does phrasal word mean. Okay? Watch it and understand it. So students, here you can see what are phrasal verbs. Phrasal verbs are phrases that indicate actions. They are generally used in spoken English and informal text. Example of such verbs include turn down, come across, and run into. Phrasal verbs consist of a verb and the preposition or an adverb. So these are phrasal verbs. Now we are going to see the examples of phrasal verb. Just look into it. So you can see here that verb get and adverb up, they both combine together to make get up. Then you can see the next phrasal verb, go. The verb go has been joined with the preposition through. So the phrase has become go through. Then the next phrase, the verb write, has been utilized with the adverb down. So they both become write down. Then another phrasal verb, take after, has become by the combination of the verb take and the preposition after. And the phrasal verb has become take after. Now let's move ahead. You can see here, sometimes phrasal verbs consist of 3 elements. Yes, you can see the first phrasal verb, look forward to. Look is verb, forward is adverb 1, and 2 is preposition. That means this phrasal verb look forward to has been made up with 3 parts of speech of English, that is verb, forward, adverb forward, and preposition to. So this phrasal verb look forward to has been made up with 3 parts of speech, verb, adverb, and preposition. Now next phrase is put up with. Again, this is made up of with the main verb put, verb, up, adverb, and with preposition. So this adverb put up with has been made up with 3 different words, verb, adverb, and preposition with. Now the next phrasal verb is sit in for. Here again we made up of with 3 different parts of speech. Sit is verb, in is preposition, and for is preposition. That means this phrase, verbal phrase sit in for, has made up of with verb plus preposition plus preposition. So verb, preposition, and preposition it is made up of. That means when added to the verb, the preposition or adverb may change completely the meaning of the verb. Point to be noted. When added to the verb, the preposition or adverb may change completely the meaning of verb. Here are some examples. What example? Let's see. Yes, here we can see the examples are here. The phrasal verb look for, meaning search or seek. And in the sentence with example, he is looking for his keys. Okay. Now the next phrasal verb, look up to. Now look up to, this is a phrasal verb which meaning is have a great deal of respect for a person. And his example is his father is his role model. He is the person he looks up to. Okay. Now next example, look forward to. Its meaning await or eagerly anticipate with pleasure. Example, she is looking forward to visiting Paris. Now next, look up. Its meaning to try to find out a piece of information by looking in a book or in a computer. Example, she didn't understand the word, so she looked up in her dictionary. That's mean phrasal verb is made up of different parts of speech, especially preposition and adverb. I hope you have understood this video. So here, the meaning of phrasal verbs. Now, sometimes it is difficult to understand the meaning of phrasal verbs. So before looking them up in a dictionary, it would be helpful to use the context to understand them. Now the literal meaning. What is the literal meaning? Let's see. Some phrasal verbs have a literal meaning. They can be easily understood. For example, she opened the door and looked outside. Then she was walking across the street when she heard the sound of an explosion. So what happens here is it has straightforward literally meaning. So anyone can understand what is going on and what is the exact meaning of looked outside and walking across. So in this literal meaning, we can easily understand what does look outside mean and what does walking across mean. We can easily understand because it has literal meaning and straightforward meaning as we generally talk or speak to communicate with each other. Now, idiomatic meaning. I have already explained you what is idiom. So idiomatic meaning, phrasal verbs can also have a figurative or idiomatic meaning, which makes them difficult to understand. Now see here, can you put me up for tonight? Put me up for tonight. This is a idiomatic phrase. So here, the phrasal verb put up here does not mean to build, as in putting a fence up. It has, however, an idiomatic or figurative meaning. It means to let someone stay in your house. Understood? Put me up means to let someone stay in your house. This is what idiomatic meaning is. Now, separable or inseparable mean sometimes the position or adverb, the preposition or adverb is placed either after the verb or after the object. So separable or inseparable, sometimes the preposition or adverb is placed either after the verb or after the object. For example, Mary made up a really entertaining story. Next, Mary made the story up. So here we have to justify whether it can be separable or inseparable from the main verb. Now how? We will see here. If the object is a pronoun, point to be noted, if the object is a pronoun, however, the preposition or adverb has to be placed after the pronoun, that's an object. Understood? For example, she made it up. Here she is pronoun, that is why after made, the preposition or adverb has to be placed. Then put it down. Here also you can see the object is nothing mean you. So put it down mean the down is put after the it pronoun. Now take it off. Here also the preposition or adverb is put after the preposition, pronoun it. Now move further. Now point 3, some phrasal verbs are always inseparable. That means there are certain phrasal verbs which cannot be separated. For example, I came across some old photo in a drawer. Not I came some old photos across in a drawer. This is wrong. This is totally wrong. It cannot be possible. It is only possible I came across. So here came across cannot be separated. So I hope you have understood this phrasal verb properly and understood it well. Good luck. So I hope you have understood phrasal verb nicely and you have understood it, whatever I tried to tell you. You have understood what a phrasal verb, you have seen the applications also, and now I hope you must be using this phrasal verb in your daily language and applying this while speaking. Okay, so keep on watching my video and understand and be benefited from this video. Happy digital learning. See you again. Goodbye.